Right guys, so this is what happens when you put Deadpool 1 and 2, Samuel Jackson, well, all these movies, and then you put Expendables, and then you put The Avengers, maybe just a little bit, and then you put Desperado into one movie. Yeah, it wouldn't be this movie. No, it wouldn't. Let's get on with the review. Hi guys, it's Stephen Geekface and back again with another review for yourself here today, which is for the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, directed by Patrick Hughes, who directed the first one and directed other films like The Expendables. Back with the sequel with the same actors, the same action, I think, and the same comic acts. So when I heard they were going to make this film, the sequel, I thought, okay, cool. I did remember enjoying the first one, but I don't actually remember the film from start to finish. I just remember moments. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I did have a good time with the movie from what I remembered. So, when they're gonna make a sequel, okay, I was like, cool, gonna get more Ryan Reynolds, being Ryan Reynolds, can get Samuel Jackson doing more MF bombs. So, yeah. Is it worth going to see in the cinema? I'll tell you in a bit.
Hang on. What is he doing here?
I believe it's pronounced, thank you.
For what?
For saving your life again and again and again.
You said, baby, get me Michael Brice.
What? No. I said, baby, I need help. Get anyone but Michael Bryce.
What?
So, the good so far was, well, the action was really good. Really brutal action. Really good, intense action. It was things flying all over the place. Body parts, eyes, explosions, the whole action pack. If you were to get like a filter of action and just pull it in like on your phone, yeah, it would be that. Just loads of action, great action scenes, bullets, you know what I'm talking about, typical in the club, on the road, the typical action. But it was good. I had fun with it. I actually laughed a lot in this movie. Really good comedy. There was very jokes from everyone. Everybody seemed to knew when to, where to get their mark and hit the joke at the point where it needs to be. The highlight for me was actually Salma Hayek, who is probably one of my Hollywood crushes, probably a lot of men's crushes, but that's for another story. But she knows when to, hit the jokes when it needs to be. She was funny, she stood out, she had a very loud character in this film, and she worked well with everyone, so she was the highlight for me in this film. She knew when to, her name is technically in the title, the Hitman's Wife. So yeah, she was like, okay, I was in the first one, but I'm gonna make sure you guys remember me in the sequel. Ryan Reynolds is good. He is Ryan Reynolds. He knows when to hit the jokes when it needs to be. You can tell that most of the jokes were written by him, or he had some type of input in this one than compared to the first one. I feel like the first one was a bit toned down and he was playing more of the character. But here he seems to be playing the typical Ryan Reynolds, and some may confuse it with a little bit of more of Deadpool. And then Samuel Jackson was Samuel Jackson. He was great. He was great in the film. I had fun with him as well. He once again, he's done this for years. He's Samuel Jackson. He knows how to put the jokes in. Some additional casts were good as well. We had Morgan Freeman, who had, for me, it felt like a cameo, more than actually having, playing a character in the whole film. It was more of a cameo. I don't know why he's on the poster. I guess they used to sell it because it is Morgan Freeman. Antonio Banderas, really good as well in this film. He did play like a generic villain, like a James Bond villain, but I did get like a little geek-asm from seeing him with Salma Hayek, because I loved them in Desperado from back in the day, and it was good to see them on the film together, and they still had the chemistry, even though they had really small scenes. I think that's a lot of good things I've said. I don't think this is a good movie though. It's not. It's a bit bad. Now, as much as I praise the comedy in this film, I think it ruins the film as well. There were some really dramatic moments, you know, characters really now going into their, into their acting bag, as they say. And it got ruined by the jokes, which was unnecessary, and then sometimes wasn't even funny at all. This was like a spoof of the first movie. This doesn't sound weird, because the first one is a comedy as well, but it took itself a little bit more serious than this one. This one, it was like, we're just gonna take the piss from the last one. We're gonna make jokes of ourselves. We're gonna be the stereotype that we've been in other films, and it doesn't work in this movie overall. It kind of took me out of it at times. I did a couple of times look at my watch because I was like, okay, come on guys, wrap it up, fair enough now. You've made this joke. Sometimes they had the same joke again. Like, there's one joke about Samuel's, reason why he is having troubles in the bedroom. And they keep hammering that joke. We know, we get it. It's not funny. Move on. They kept doing it. I was like, it's not funny. Then you think they're gonna do it. Then they had their flashbacks in the movie as well, and that was boring to me at times. It's like, yeah, like I said, it just feel like it's a spoof of the first one, and it's just generic, very generic movie. I don't think it's worth going to cinema. I do think you should watch it because I think you will get a chuckle out of it, but I don't think it's worth rushing to go and see the cinema, especially with everything going on as well at the moment. On that point, I'm going to give this film a 5.5 out of 10. I did have fun with it. The comedy did work for some parts, but overall, the story was lagging. It's a generic film. We've seen this before, and I think it's just worth you just waiting to see it at home, on Netflix or wherever it's going to end up being. So, are you going to watch this movie? Did you see the first movie? Did you like it? Do you remember it? Because I don't. I don't remember the film. But if you do remember the film, you did like it, let me in the comments down below. What is your favourite Ryan Reynolds film? Do you feel like he's been, just Ryan Reynolds in his films? What other films do you want to see him in with Samuel Jackson? Do you want to see another one if you do decide to see this film? And who's your Hollywood crush? I mean, I have a couple, but yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video again. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me there again. More videos coming on the way. Guys, remember to like, share, stay blessed, stay geeked. Bye-bye.